Hello everyone, my name's Lex. It is Saturday mid-morning. A little later than I wanted to, but here we are. And it is getting colder outside. Went for a little bit of a morning walk, and now we're here with some Zenless Zone Zero. And there's quite a bit of stuff, so I feel like we just want to get into it as soon as possible. All right. So, early yesterday morning, they had the special program for the 2.4 update that is going to be coming in less than 2 weeks. Right? No, a little bit more than 2 weeks. Sorry. Shit. Hold on a second. Doing a couple of things there. How much battery does this thing have? Probably not a lot. Nope. Charging my tablet. That's somewhat charging. All right, cool. Yeah. On Friday morning, or at least Friday morning on East Coast time, there was a special program for the 2.4 update, which we know is going to be with HoYoverse and Mainland as the two limited time agents for that update. So their usual 45-50-minute video talking about what the story is going to be, what events are going to happen, as well as things about the two new limited agents. So we'll just watch the teaser.
Sarah, my most faithful servant.
It's coming!
Thou hast come to the very brink of my advent. If you want to sever the connection between your sister and that sword, then the Creator is the only hope for you.
So this is the Exaltus Creator.
Beep, beep, beep! You've reached the Diamond Hotline! Beep, beep! Work orders are open. Service review in progress. Can't get through? Try again! A complaint? Too late for that! Hello? This is the end for you!
Xiao Wang, I found a way to break the connection between you and the Qingming sword. No matter the price I have to pay, Xiao Wang, you will be free.
I shall repay this debt with my life. Yes, your life is not a bargaining chip. Go and live 5 summits! 3 mountain shifts! 2 fists can't deal with 4 tests. Mountainous strength! I stand unyielding! End this hatred!
What are you waiting for, yeah?
Alright, gonna stop at a couple of things. Hey YOLO, hope you're having a good morning. So Dylan. We know that she is a S rank physical stun agent. One of her special features is that from her hoop chakra, whatever you want to call it, it's like a portal, weirdly enough, to where it will, if she throws like one of her limbs through it, it'll create another portal kind of nearby and like amplify it to make a larger portion of that limb. So if she throws a fist through the hoop, a fist will come out of the other end of the hoop at a much larger size. If she throws a kick, same thing. So she has a couple of moves where she's kicking and punching, and she's just slamming down from above. Kind of similar to Bayonetta, which I'm pretty sure they got that inspiration from was from her. That series of action games from Platinum Games. I was about to say Capcom. That's not Capcom. It's Platinum Games who made Bayonetta. But yeah. And then the other feature that she has is whenever she does a I don't think it's not just EX special. Or sorry, whenever someone is going into a stunned state and she uses either a heart attack or an EX special, the next agent that switches in doesn't switch in with a chain attack. They switch in with their ultimate, and it doesn't consume their ultimate charge either. So she's a little special in that regard. I also believe. Oh, and I think the third thing is that her EX special, when going into a stunned opponent, increases the stun duration. So kind of similar to Lighter, but doesn't increase the damage of elemental types like Lighter does. She just increases the stun duration. So yeah, physical S rank stunner Dylan from the Krampus organization. And then the other limited agent we have is a little bit further, is Ban Yue, who is the limited S rank Fire Rupture agent, a martial artist of high renown, high prowess. He, from what they said in the live stream, essentially he's able to do combo attacks. He can do them automatically, but if you time it correctly, he will use the next string in his combo faster and harder. And he also gets a buff if you do the actual manual timing of the attack, as opposed to just doing it automatically. So he's very much a timing character that if you're able to kind of string things together pretty well, he can do a lot of damage. And yeah, as being a rupture agent, he bypasses defenses pretty easily. And then he also has like I think a block with his EX. They said EX, but it looked like it was the dodge that was giving him the block. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. But yeah, he can string together a lot of hard hitting combos if you're playing it if you're playing your timing correctly. And that was pretty much the main thing that was about him. And then yeah, otherwise he during his combos he'll grow an extra set of arms that just allows him to do a little bit more damage and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the big thing on Ban Yue.
What are you waiting for, Ye Shunguang? Draw your blade and kill me so you can save him!
Go on. Hate. The monster who stood by and let death through.
Why trust you.
me.
Just as you trust me.
You. I am Ye Shunguang, wielder of the Qingming Sword of Yunquei Summit. This sword, with heaven and earth as its guide, shall cleanse all evil!
So yeah, 2.4, on the precipice of the abyss. It's dealing with the aftermath of what we saw recently in 2.3 with Lucia's. Well, actually, no. It was more of the whole mining incident. In 2.3, where we went through the miasma and we realized that fuck, I forget his name. God damn it. He had well, actually, this is kind of stemming back into 2.2 during the Defense Force mission. Shengguan, he had gone off on one part of the mission towards the end and ended up running into Sarah. He didn't aggressively fight Sarah. She was able to convince him that if she's able to get to the creator, she would be able to help him fulfill his wish. It seems like his wish is to have his sister not be associated or connected to the Qingming sword, which we've learned previously. The previous wielder of the Qingming sword was Yishuan's older sister, the previous master of Yunquei Summit, who ended up dying during the Hollow Zero incident that hit New Eridu. When she tried to protect it and she had to unleash the power of the sword, and then that ended up killing her. The sword, being within Yunquei Summit, ended up selecting Yi Shuangguan as its next wielder. However, Yi Xuan doesn't want her to use that sword, so apparently she's been stuck in the mountains doing training, trying to limit how she uses the sword. But as we saw in the preview, she's going to end up using the sword. So there's a whole situation with that. But yeah, that's pretty much the main points of what 2.4 is going to be about.
I must never forget these memories. Never.
Oh yeah, and apparently using the sword also has you lose your memories. So that's a thing. So yeah, main story chapter. Oh, there was a weird line in the presentation that it looks like Ban Yue has a connection to the two siblings, not Wise and Belle, but to Shiguan and her brother. I guess he knew knew their parents at one point, so that's how he's kind of getting involved further into this situation. And then Dylan, part of Krampus. Krampus was the group that was overseeing the things that Porcelain Lumix was going through, and they're now stepping in to abjugate judgment upon that whole incident. So that's how Dylan's getting involved. So yeah, both limited S rank agents with both of their dynamic wallpapers and W engines. And then we have two new Bangbu. Brick Blick, which is like a surveillance Bangbu, which makes sense for Krampus. I think they said that like if there's one agent, the Bangbu does stuff or one agent from the Krampus faction, the Bangbu does stuff. If there's another, I think it's like the more agents from Krampus you add, it gets stronger in power, which is kind of interesting because I don't think any of the other Bangbu are like that. Usually they'll have something of like, oh, if you have this number of factions and they get another ability. I don't know if they specifically gain in strength. May have to look into that. And then another just special bang boom. Smacking a bitch with the Lego hammer. Login programs, pretty standard. There's going to be a new version for the chess minigame that they had a couple of updates ago. There's going to be a new version of the Golden Mecha event that they had. And this time you are actually able to, it's a little bit more of like a side scroller, not the arena battle that it was previously. And there's also, they didn't show it here, but there's also some sections that look like when you're in the whole Marcel platforming section, they gave you a hammer, and apparently you're going to be fighting ethereals with that hammer. So now there's combat in those little platforming sections as well. There's going to be a new event with Shigwan. I mean, they're trying to be slick, but honestly, they're just having you go on a bunch of dates with her, take pictures, experience events, stuff like that. But they're branding it as this little event thing, but I see right through you. So yeah, she's making a scrapbook of memories, and you're visiting different places and stuff like that. There's going to be an event with Zhao from Krampus, where she's going to be giving you various tasks to perform. Simulation Showdown. We've had this event before. This time it's going to be with Dylan and Banyue as they go through, combat trials. Combat simulations, and also double drop events with combat simulations. Double drop events for disk drives, some of the usual stuff. In this 2.4 update, they're also doing some auto management for Jesus Christ, names. The temple, the fucking temple minigame. They're giving you like an auto management thing where for like, I think they said 20 hours, it'll just run itself once you've set some parameters, and then it'll just do it. So you don't have to really worry about the temple. So yeah, those were the major beats on the presentation, but that wasn't all. I'm actually gonna skip around a little bit because a couple of days prior, on HoloLab or whatever, Chinese site, they had a dev talk presentation, and I think the actual visual presentation was only in Chinese, on like their some Chinese website. So it's not the actual video itself is not translated, but like what they were discussing has been shown. I don't know if I can zoom in this. I can, thank God. So yeah, they kind of highlighted a couple of different topics from the dev team on some things. Uh, so main story highlight: lacking direction or aim, we got you. Version 2.4 will be a turning point in the story as Sarah rushes towards the creator and Ye Shi Wan makes his entrance. Season 2's climax approaches. Ye Shi Wan. Okay, names. I'm always bad with that. The main storyline's objective will become clear, and more mysteries about the depths of Lemony and Hollow will be gradually revealed. Narrative structure feels familiar? Question mark. Questions popping out of nowhere? Question mark. We've heard you loud and clear. So I think that's in the characters popping up out of nowhere is what was referenced to Lucia and Yidhari, because no one had heard of those two bitches before 2.3 came around. I mean, there was a slight mention of some additional people from Spook Shack, but like when they dropped or when they started teasing them through like the character records and stuff, no one had like actually seen anything from them before. So people were like, where are these two from? So plot structure optimization. The converging storylines design structure aims to let players witness the growth of various characters, ultimately taking the stage together. In the future, we will deeply integrate narrative with gameplay to provide more diverse and exciting plot experiences. Get to know new friends early. Since version 1.6, we've been focusing on long-term character development and integration, with special attention to key characters' highlight moments. For example, in version 2.4, Ye Shuangguan will gradually get acquainted with the Proxies, revealing untold stories, which is correct. In 2.3, at the end of, or towards the end of the mining incident, Shuangguan kind of showed up and was like, "Oh, you're the junior that people have been talking about." It's like, okay, I'm now officially a senior within Yinghui Summit. I'm so happy, excited, girl noises, etc., etc. So yeah, it sounds like they want to start introducing some new characters a little bit earlier, and then when they actually become playable, they'll be playable down the line. But they at least want to start introducing people so that they're not just coming out of the fucking blue ether. Will our old pals be left forgotten? Question mark. Where'd the initial story go? Worry not. Old friends are always here. While everyone has their own social circles, they'll continue to appear in the Proxies' lives and showcase new sides of themselves through the main storyline and events, like Venus's new look in the version 2.0 Gravity Cinema event. Also, we've kind of seen that before with Billabong Industries. This is one example I'm kind of thinking of right now, where we kind of had their part pretty early on in the game, in like 1.2, 1.3 was pretty early on, but they showed up again at 2.0 to help out with the Yinghui Summit construction. And then also, we had the event with the Golden Bamboo that kind of involved Antoine and Grace. So it seems like they're still going to have like characters around as part of like certain events. So they're not just, being thrown into the background and never shown again. Initial story. The main story will have an increased relevance to the AI plotline, and Internet will be regularly updated. So that's something that people have been kind of clamoring about on the community forums. Like the very start of the game was us, helping Nicole, and we ended up discovering Fairy. And there was a whole plot line of like there being 4 different powerful AIs that are in New Eridu, and we have access to one of them. So what about the other 3? we haven't seen shit about the other 3, but it sounds like they're going to keep that plot line around, and we'll start to learn more about it in future updates. Urban Evolution. New shops are finally here for real. The 404 Era Live House, it's going to be making its debut along with familiar faces in front of 6th Street Metro Station. The antique shop Bouillon in Filoom Heights will all be featured in due time. The Hot Pot restaurant will also officially open before season 2 ends. So yeah, the Metro Station, kind of in the very back of the image. Okay, we'll scroll even further. There's this little live house that's just been closed ever since the start of the game. But it looks like they're actually going to be doing something with it, so that's kind of cool. And then the antique shop, I believe, is owned by God, I can picture her. Yuzuha. It's Yuzuha's family's shop in Filoom Heights. So I guess we're going to be having some interactions with that going forward. And then also the Hot Pot restaurant. There's a couple of character interactions, character trust events that take place around the Hot Pot restaurant. I know, like, one that I just was doing recently was Pan Yinhu had mentioned that he had talked with the owner or chef of the restaurant for like some cooking advice. So yeah, it seems like before the end of season 2, we'll actually be interacting with that Hot Pot restaurant. I think his was like, there's the one that's in Lumina Square, and then they were like opening a branch in Filoom Heights, and it wasn't in the one in Filoom Heights wasn't going as well. So they wanted some cooking advice from Han Yin-Hu. So yeah, there may be some connections there. But yeah, more interactions with stuff on 6th Street is always good. Version 2.5 brings more updates to sandbox exploration. So this was actually kind of a bigger thing. So new way of getting around. It'll be related to Ye Xingguan's abilities. Don't know what that means, but we'll see. Map and gameplay integration will attempt to better integrate certain monster skills with the stages and environments to enrich your gaming experience. Enhance exploration experience. Perception techniques will have more applications, plus Kind Bingbu will help you with treasure detection. With exploration side quests and new IP collectibles, it's an immersion level upgrade. Main story progression seamlessly integrates with map exploration, letting you collect rewards while completing missions. Yeah, so there's going to be a little bit more to the exploration of different maps. They've given us, some like exploring Limnian Hollow. They've kind of given that as an exploration thing, but I guess also for just like regular basic maps, like city maps, they're actually going to give us some more exploration options for that as well. And then diverse game modes, keeping the positives of casual gameplay while improving their shortcomings. Refine and redefine, filtering out promising gameplay mechanics for further innovation. So like one of the things a lot of people have been happy for was the camera filter edition. So now they can have some different filters as well as kind of take things. There was only that one gameplay mode that allows you to use the camera. Outside, it's just the regular camera filters. But I know a lot of people liked using those filters in combat so they can make like cool pictures and posters and stuff like that. Striving for excellence. Highly reviewed game modes will be iteratively optimized, adding more content to deliver on consistently premium experiences. So like I said, the photo mode in combat, that's one of the things that people have been clamoring and giving some pretty good praise to. So it seems like stuff like that is going to be more to come. Hollow Zero is getting a massive upgrade, integrating combat and exploration to create a gameplay experience with enhanced experience immersion and progression loops. Venture into the Hollow, gather resources, and grow stronger. So essentially what we've seen with Lemony and Hollow, more of that. And then multiplayer gameplay is back and better than ever. Core breakthrough. In multiplayer mode, players in a team can now jointly unleash the iconic chain attacks together. More features, additional exciting mechanics will be added, making the multiplayer experience something to look forward to. So for this, I think in the actual video that they had put on the other sites, it's kind of like the multiplayer matchmaking where you'll select a mission or a map or whatever, and then before it takes place, you'll be able to like select your agent. There will be recommendations of like, you can pick a DPS, a support, a tank, a stun, etc. Not exactly the same roles that they have right now for characters, but something kind of similar. But you could build your team out however you want with other players and then go on to the actual combat map and be fighting through that mission. And then like, I think a prompt will come up if someone is doing something that triggers a chain attack, and you'll be able to like join in. That was what it sounds like. If it's shown in motion, hopefully we'll take a look at it, but that's not going to be happening until I believe 2.5. So if I'm thinking of these updates, that would be mid-December. Would be 2.5 update. So right before the end of the year. And then combat level up. Missing your favorite characters. Threshold simulation is the solution. New gameplay mode Threshold simulation is designed to let more veteran characters shine and thrive. We'll continue to polish and provide a stage for them. And then worried about standard characters' power levels. Combat interactions too simple. Version 2.5 brings enhanced optimization. Version 2.5 will feature specific power-ups for standard characters, and get ready for a fresh take on enemy combat mechanics. So for the power-up for standard characters, they mean, from what I understood of someone else's video that kind of looked at it, the A rank characters, they're definitely less powerful than some of the limited S ranks. But then also some of the S rank characters who have been needing some buffs because they're more or less getting power crept by some other agents coming in. They're going to be providing like a store of some sorts that you'll be able to purchase and upgrade for those characters. It won't be with, well, it probably will be with actual money because it's a gacha game, so I wouldn't see it not happening. But I think there's like a resource that you're also able to collect in-game that you'll be able to use to purchase these power-up upgrades for characters that you want. So you can have a little bit more of your own personal flexibility for that. And then increasing ease of gameplay. Welcome aboard everyone, old veterans or new faces, we're all family here. New players, we're always welcoming new friends by helping newcomers progress faster through the early game and making the game more accessible. Veteran players in 2.4, Sway Blian's temple management welcomes a one-click AFK feature, freeing up your time. Ether battery, quick sweep, drive disc substat selection, and in-combat damage compilation will all be available in version 2.5. So yeah, some additional quality of life upgrades are going to be happening in the 2.5 update. And also 2.4, but most of it will be 2.5. And yeah, constantly innovating, constantly progressing. We're both creators and part of the player community. Welcome, everyone. So that was the dev talk. That was a couple of days ago. Since then, they also had, and this was actually at the end of the 2.4 special program was a behind-the-scenes discussion with the developers on like the main story. So first question, who's the mastermind behind season 2's main story? Are there more conspiracies lurking behind Isolde and Sarah?
在《绝群零》第2季的故事中，我们从不同阵营的视角逐步推进，讲述了陈辉平这个鱼龙混杂的地方，各方势力如何因利益、信仰、伤痛以及荣耀纠葛在一起。随着称颂会残党的覆灭，
I turned on
藏匿在
subtitles
梦岩空洞深处的
as best
始
I
祖
can, but
也有了新的
they're
线索，而他呢
speaking in their language,
也将作为
so
未来故事进展的开端。
maybe
可以说，第2季故事中种种危机的背后都有始祖的影子。那么在 2.3 版本中，称颂会虽然落下帷幕，但莎拉却获得了始祖的眷顾。大家注意到他手上那枚称颂会私教特有的印记，也让他更加义无反顾地继续前行在觐见始祖的路上。直到叶诗渊的出现，让莎拉首次得到了他的授意，将那份力量带给始祖。自此开始，下半场的故事正式拉开帷幕。
So essentially they're saying, and actually this also goes into the next question as well. This is really the end of the Exaltus. What exactly is the creator? Are they human or ethereal? So the Exaltus, they're saying that with the defeat of Isolde, the Exaltus have been done in and scattered to the wind. There's not like a faction of the Exaltus anymore. However, what remnants there are, Sarah has now assumed control of the Exaltus as she has the mark of the creator on her. Whether she actually brings the faction back into some kind of prominence or whatnot, that's still to be seen. However, she's at least going to be doing her own thing as she is still trying to meet the creator in order to fulfill whatever it is that she's looking to fulfill. And then also, as we saw, God, I'm always gonna get his fucking name wrong. It's the brother, as we saw. Shiwan. Ye Shiwan had met with Sarah in 2.2, and then we saw that he was traveling with Sarah in 2.3. So whatever it is that he is looking for, is going to be linked to that.
称颂会实质上的组织架构已经随着伊瑟尔德的逝去而瓦解，目前几乎仅剩莎拉还在追寻着始祖的踪迹。
Yeah, as they're saying, the Exaltus have pretty much collapsed after Isolde's defeat, but Sarah is still pursuing her goal of trying to meet the creator to find out what it is they are or what they are able to bestow.
至于始祖，从创作角度上来说，这是一个具有深远意义的故事标的。从赋予其始祖之名的称颂会处可知端倪，始祖在他们看来犹如原初之神。这些残余的称颂会在断裂的历史层面中仍然不断地追寻，即便不停地思念着对始祖的赞词和誓言，但仍然未寻得始祖的真理。与其说始祖是一个误神，不如将其称为万千逻辑的交割点。那么随着故事的进展呢，那个遥远而又毗邻的他，将再次获得窥视艾丽都的机缘。
And yeah, this isn't the end of the creator. We'll see more of them in later updates.
其实就如大家所看到的那样，除了以称颂会为主的敌人呢，我们还遭遇了不少中立或者友方的组织。Tops 财团联合。
So Tops, we've heard of multiple times throughout the story, and we've started having some more interactions with them. One of the companies being Porcelumex, but it's a conglomeration of multiple companies together in order to have some kind of power structure within New Eridu. A power structure that is opposite to the mayor, as well as opposite to the defense force and some other organizations. But they're more of like the capitalistic organization of New Eridu, being a collection of different companies.
组织，世俗意义上是新爱丽都顶尖掌控者，他们是顶级财阀，掌握了新爱丽都绝大部分的商企行业，拥有可与市政府掰手腕的实力。但因为政治协议红线，他们无权拥有暴力机关和执法权力，一直以来被军方、市政府甚至是 Hand 所压制。所以，追求利益最大化的 Tops 一直以来也在暗处寻找自己的应对手段。那么后续我们会用一个新的 PV 来让大家看到这条线
And it
索
looks like they're going to
的
be
进展。
coming up with
反
a
观
new
组织
video
内部
that's actually
想
going
要
to take
维
the
持
people
Tops 这种
into
庞大
Tops
而财富权力相对集中的机构，自然会催
and
生
how
出
that
黑支
organizational
这
structure
把筷子
is.。
坎普斯黑支是 Top
But then, aside from Tops, they have their special compliance authority organization, Krampus, that essentially is like the police force of those organizations that are part of Tops. And if those organizations step out of line, then Krampus steps in to put them back in place after they've done their quote unquote evaluation of them. So, as we saw with Porcelumex, there's a whole bunch of corruption happening within their organizational structure that caused a lot of incidents within Phylum Heights. So Tops decided to send in Krampus to deal with Porcelumex and to get that company back on track.
Tops 企业内部具有特殊权能的审查组织，他们权威、严格、行事乖张，令
The one thing that I am curious about is we both know that Zhao is a pretty high member of Krampus. Dylan is like her associate. I think she's like a little bit lower on the organizational structure in Krampus than Zhao. I'm curious how Ban Yue fits into this, because from what it sounded like, Ban Yue is also a member of Youngquay Summit, but he's also part of Krampus. So I'm curious what his connection to, I guess, both organizations is, honestly, because he's also a martial arts master who runs his own dojo. So like this guy has a lot going on. So I'm curious what his connection to all these organizations are, aside from just being a cool looking lion man.
行事乖张，令各大企业敬而远之。
Robot lion man.
组织成员需具有审查和裁决的共性，他们的能力既是他们聚集在黑支的主要原因，也是他们与生俱来的特长。每位成员行使审查的方式以及裁决标准各有不同。怪
Kind
诞
of
屋
group
是
is
一个
Spook
神
Shack,
王
a
子
whole
论
bunch
坛，
of eccentrics.
其中
That's
充
what.
斥着都市内各类奇闻怪谈，会不定期不定员的组织探秘活动。而神王本身的匿名特性也导致怪诞屋的成员鱼龙混杂。陈辉平在第2季中发生各种怪事件，也被群的一些成员敏锐地察觉到。于是呢，我们也看到，除了阴差阳错的巧合，也有兴趣使然的主动参与。对了，神将们也可以有时间多逛逛神网，说不定会有意想不到的发现。
So while Spook Shack is a bunch of weird people, they're pretty much all connected just for having an interest in the spooky and supernatural that happens across New Eridu. So that's why the group is just so weird. With Yuzaha and then Alice and then Monato and then Lucia and then Yidhari. Like all of them don't have like any general connection, but it's the internet forum of Spook Shack that connects them all, just because they're all members of this forum. So it's like, yeah, it's pretty much like a hodgepodge of just random characters just connected by this interest thread. And what was the other thing I was gonna say? I don't know if we're gonna get additional members of Spook Shack, maybe, but they're also like one of the larger factions so far in the game. The only other faction that has more members is the Sons of Caledon. Because right now for Spook Shack, we have Yuzuha, Alice, Monato, Lucia, Yadhari. That's 5. Sons of Caledon, we have Caesar, Lucy, Piper, Bernice, Lighter, and Pulchra. That's at 6. I think those are like the 2 largest factions that we have so far, and the other ones are usually around like. Actually, no. The only other one would be the Cunning Hares. So the Cunning Hares are tied with Spook Shack, with Nicole, Billy, Ambi, Nikomata. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. There's only 4 in that one. Nope, don't listen to me. Most other factions have like 3, 4 members. Spook Shack has 5. Sons of Caledon have 6. I don't know if we're gonna get additional Sons of Caledon members or additional Spook Shack members, but it's pretty possible.
4大 AI 是基于新爱里都这个现代都市的。
This is the thing I was talking about. The 4 great AIs that were mentioned in the early part of Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, they have Jinny, Ghost, Yokai, and Fairy. And we have Fairy. But apparently the other 3 are out there and they've also been activated. We just haven't met them yet.
土壤而嫁接出来的概念，在被投放之前的形态呢，没有人知道。而 Fairy 也并不知道的是，它是新爱丽都第一个达成协议的智能体。可以肯定的是 ，Fairy 并不是现今唯一苏醒的智能体。那我们可以期待后续版本中会有哪一位智能体会率先登场。
The other AIs have been activated, but we don't know what.
在2.2版本中，伊瑟尔德被击败以后呢，哲灵兄妹因为会吸的特殊机制，意外地触发了老师的记忆。
At the end of 2.2, after we defeated Isolde, there was the scene that came up of us seeing a memory of Carol Arna, the teacher of Belle and Wise, seemingly having been doing something in Lemni and Hollow. So we're going to be learning a little bit more of that connection as well as for Helios Academy. They also kind of straight revealed here that
这个意外对于哲灵来说其实是一种必然，这份力量源自于他们的神秘身世。
Because we've seen that Belle and Wise have some weird powers associated with ether, like they survived a point-blank explosion
在那之后，
at
哲
the
和
end
灵
of
也意识到自己存在某种
2.7,
特
I
殊性
think.。
后续哲灵兄
And
妹
then
将会
also
面
they've
临意
been
想不到的
training
危险，
with
而这份特殊性
Yinkoi
也会在
Summit
后续的版本中有
to
更进一步
hone
的
those powers.
另外，我们之前在习德个人线的故事中曾提到，它是赫里俄斯机关的遗产。准确的说，它是当年赫里俄斯机关某个计划中。
And then we learned in Seed's story that she was also from Helios Academy. However, it seems that they were doing testing experiments on, I guess, children or individuals at the academy. And she was one of the failed test subjects. So that's why she had, every time she's like around Belle and Wise, or at least early on when she was around Belle and Wise, she was like, oh, you smell just like me. It seems Belle and Wise are successful test subjects as opposed to Seed, who was a failure. But she was still able to make something of herself and join the defense force. So we'll learn more about Helios Academy in the future updates. But yeah, they've started to tease some stuff coming up.
还未成型的实验体。至于他提到与哲和灵是同类，除了他们都有特殊的以太适应体之外，也是因为他们在那个计划中承担的作用比较相近。我们曾经有过对初代虚手的描述，直白一些的说法是，他们当中有许多人已经不知所踪，但仍有一些人还存在。后续的版本中，我们会有机会和他们见面。随着新爱丽都内空洞大范围波动的减少，后续的版本中，我们说法是，他们当中有许多人已经不知所踪。
Because we had learned, or this is actually a video that they had posted like before even the game came out, just of teasing of like story stuff. the first generation of Void Hunters, which is more or less a title that's been given to very powerful individuals. This was like a number of years ago. We've learned a couple of names of them, or at least some people who are associated with Void Hunters. So like the name Sunbringer was one that's come up a couple of times. We've also learned that Miyabi's ancestor, don't know how far back, but at least a member of the Hoshimi family was a Void Hunter. So we've had some inklings and connections to them, but we haven't seen any Void Hunters from the first generation. But apparently they're still alive, so we are going to be interacting with them at later dates.
但仍有一些人还存在。后续的版本中，我们会有机会和他们见面。随着新爱丽都内空洞大范围波动的减少，初代虚手之后的新人受封机会也会变得极少。我们此刻目击所见的也只有新建雅，还有极少量有潜力的人选仍在观察期。同时呢，由于新爱丽都近几年较为平稳的快速发展，居民的观念也多少有所转变。一部分有能力的人对虚手这个头衔并不感冒，还有一部分则加入了与虚手对立的组织。这些都将给新爱丽都的未来埋下更多的变数。
So yeah, Void Hunter is a title. Some people have been given that title. Others don't view it as a positive thing, and it seems like there's people who are opposed to Void Hunters. So we'll learn about more of that later on.
其实严格意义上来说呢，青灵剑不是云魁山的产物。传闻中，它被发现于莱姆尼安空洞附近，是一枚专门吸食人类体内以太的奇异之物。接触过的普通人都因无法承受而遭受了反噬，直到有一名高人凭借极强的以太控制力，抑制了此物的肆虐，才平息了这场风波。而后，这名高人游历四方，均未能寻得杀阵之法，无奈。只能在一座偏远的山上将其打造成一柄利剑，起名为青灵剑。云魁山也自此成立。而另一方面来看呢，那位高人道统也得到了传承。他主张的济世渡人的理念，留下了一些修炼之法，诸如移形换位、操控兵器、化解疾病和通灵鸟兽等，也让云魁山成为盘踞一方的势力。提到青灵剑这把有十足个性的武器。
So I'll probably just stop it right here. The Jingming sword. We've learned about it at this current time. Ye Xuanguan is the current chosen of the sword. It was previously held by Yishuan's sister, who perished during the Hollow Zero incident. The sword itself is pretty mysterious. However, it interacts with people's ether capabilities. But also as a negative side effect, it can kill them when it's unleashing its power. So Yin Kuei Summit was kind of constructed around keeping that sword in check, while also being a force of good and protection for the people in the region. But yeah, the sword has some very interesting properties.
不难联想到另外一位更有个性的角色，星剑雅。
Which they bring up here. It's a sword that has a personality, very similarly to what we saw with Miyabi's sword, which also has a personality. So they're pretty similar in ability, construction. Not the same, somewhat similar though.
没错，星剑雅的刀曾经侵蚀过雅的意志，若不是雅最终抵抗住了妖刀的侵蚀，后果则不堪设想。可能大家已经注意到，这两把武器都对使用者有着强大的负面影响，这就是力量的代价，而代价的源头与空洞有着极其紧密的联系。小光是天赋不输怡玄的云魁山弟子，他也是青灵剑的新主人。但青灵剑并不是一把可以被人随意使用的兵器。与其说小光能使用青灵剑，不如说青灵剑选择了小光。 当怡璇得知这个消息后，姐姐一将因清明剑而殒命的伤痛再次袭来。为了避免悲剧重演，便将早年用来压制清明剑反噬的剑匣赠予小光，并且以修炼为由将小光排除在危险任务之外。即便这样会导致小光有挫败感，即便这样会使用小小的谎言，怡璇和随便官的一众同门仍然尽力保护了小光，直到怡璇可以找到万全解法的那一天。
So yeah, for that, the sword, as we said, has a personality of its own, and it's able to choose its master, and it chose Shengguan to be it. However, Yizhuan knows the terrible power that sword is able to do, so she has given Shengguan the sword scabbard that's able to suppress its negative effects for the time being. Almost kind of similar to the sword scabbard that Miyabi has. It's able to kind of suppress the abilities of the sword until it's unleashed. But yeah, Yishuan doesn't want Shuangguan to use the sword, but for right now has them been training in the mountains, secluded, away from people, away from, doing any of the missions that Yinhui Summit does, in order to make sure that she doesn't use the opportunity to use the sword until they have a way of understanding how they can suppress the sword from doing anything bad. So, yeah. But that doesn't seem like it's going to work because 2.4, as we saw, she's going to get involved and she's going to be using the sword. So, womp womp. Oh well. But yeah, Shengguan is a very even though she's very young, she's a very powerful martial artist. On par with Yishuan and very likely Miyabi. So far, we have Miyabi as a Void Hunter, one of the official Void Hunters. I wouldn't be surprised if Shengguan ends up being revealed as another Void Hunter, because usually we have like a Void Hunter-esque level character that shows up every once in a while. First one Miyabi, second one being Yishuan. Then Shengguan is probably going to be the third Void Hunter level character that we have available for us to pick up. A little bit beyond, the limited S rank characters that we've come across. Eventually waiting for the day that we'll have one that is for a male character. So far they've all been female, but it is what it is. And then they're talking here about interesting factions that will be appearing in Season 2.
在第二季后期的版本中，我们会回到熟悉的雅努斯区，并结识来自治安局的新面孔。
So this was interesting. They do say we're going to be going back to Janus Quarter a little bit more. We're also going to be interacting with some more people from PubSec, which I feel like is one of the factions that we don't get to see as much about. Like we've had interactions quite a bit with the Cutting Hairs, with Bellabog Industries, with the Sons of Caledon, with Victoria Housekeeping, with Mockingbird. But we haven't had really as much interaction with PubSec. So it seems like we're going to be going back and revisiting that group, and having some more interactions with them. There has been some mentions of Seth's older brother, who I believe is like a captain in PubSec. Someone who's a little bit higher in station in the PubSec. So we may be having some interactions with him. Maybe also meeting some other officers aside from Zuyan and Qingyi, and Jane, and Seth. We may have some additional people that we'll be kind of interacting with.
同时，故事中也会有新的黑之城。
They're also talking about more members of
与主角产生
Krampus.
更多的羁绊。 另外，我个人比较期待的是一位老朋友的新故事，以及第3季。
And then they also tease here that there's going to be a new storyline with someone from our past, one of our previous contacts, our previous characters. They didn't mention who it was, so that's kind of up in the air. And then for season 3, there's going to be a new person that comes into our lives. So no idea who that's going to be. Going to be interesting.
神秘朋友的亮相，大家都会被同一项事物所牵引，与更多的新老面孔纠葛在一起。其实我想说，在未来的版本中，我们会强化各个版本主线故事串联的节奏，让大家可以在各版本间有更连贯的剧情体验。那么最后，也希望神将们能在新版本中玩得更开心。
And yeah, they're saying that they want to have a little bit more of a cohesive experience for the main storyline, something that kind of pushes the main story forward. So that's at least good to know. So yeah, a lot of improvements, both from a gameplay and story perspective coming. However, that's not the end, because actually just last night they are teasing. We haven't even gotten 2.4 out the door yet, and they're already teasing what's going to be happening in 2.5, which we know is going to be Zhao and Yi Shuangguan as limited agents. And they've already teased...
Just call me Xiao Xiao. Don't let my appearance fool you. My bite is more ferocious than it looks. Just call me...
So yeah. Zhao, the I guess main representative of Krampus Compliance Authority, as we've seen before, an animated portrait generally means they are a limited time S-rank agent, and from I think the leaks that have started to come out recently, that confirms that to be true. She is also a ICE defense agent, which is, I think, the first defense ICE agent in the game. Because we have stun with Lycon, we have attack with Ellen and Hugo, we have support with Sakaku, and we have Rupture with Yidhari. We don't have any defense agents for the ice category, and Zhao looks to be the first of that. So yeah, actually I think I did see, generally don't post leaks, but fuck it, we do it. What she's possibly going to look like in game. They're currently doing beta testing for her right now, so I think they mentioned previously that they were working on an agent that had an oversized weapon. I mean, she fits the category. She has an oversized weapon that's the size of her fucking body, and she wields it in combat. She also has this goofy ass Looney Tunes run, which was not what I was expecting at all from her. As she carries her weapon and runs around the battlefield. I was not expecting that at all. She also doesn't move around like a defense agent either. If you were to tell me that she was like a Rupture agent or an attack agent, I would believe. I'm curious to what makes her specifically a defense agent, as she wields this big ass Buster Sword weapon and slams it into the ground. unless she's using the sword to like block stuff, I guess. But I feel like then does she need to be a defense agent in order to do that? Because I feel like that's honestly one of the weaker agent types is the defense one.
I know you're all tired of paying.
Okay, fuck off. I'm not gonna do your ads. But yeah, she's an interesting character, and I'm really curious to know how the fuck
Just come.
they're gonna be tuning her around to be defense. Oh, you're gonna be skipping her? Yeah, I generally wait to see like what the character's kit is to see if I want to pull for them or not. But I don't know. I'm in the same boat. I may end up skipping her. Just because I really don't know what her her stuff is all about. Unless it's like something that's really cool. Yeah, I may end up skipping her as well. Um, but then characters like Yishuangguan, uh, Void Hunter level agents, as we've seen with Miyabi and Yizhuan, are super powerful. So you don't want to skip those kind of agents if you can help it. So I may just be saving up for Shongguan instead. I don't know. We'll have to see in the next couple of days, weeks, what the kits look like going forward. Polychromes are hurting. Yo, you're telling me it's getting rough out here. But yeah, that's pretty much all the major stuff that has come up over the past like week, couple of days, etc. Since we started getting teases for the agent records, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get one for Yishuangguan within the next day or a couple of days. At least by next week, we're gonna get an agent record of her. So we're gonna see what she's capable of. Or at least see what her actual agent type is going to be. I think leaks have said that she is a fire attacker. Don't know if that's going to be correct. We'll see. They'll have to show more information on that to be correct. Get rid of that thing. But for 2.4, I definitely want to pull for Banyue. Even though I do have Monado. I feel sorry for the dude. Like, people were clamoring for him, and then Banyue showed up, and I think people still like him, but they're like, why you show us this limited S rank fire rupture agent right after we got Monato? Like, what the fuck? But I don't know. I like Lion Man more than Monato. Not to say that he's not cool, but I mean, martial artist rupture is pretty cool on that end. And Dylan, I do like the idea of how her kit is, being able to stun and then switch in someone with a ultimate to cause some pretty big damage. That's pretty cool. So I may end up pulling for her as well, but we'll see. At some point, I really just need to like not pull for a character and just try and save something. But like, I don't know when the fuck that's ever gonna be. Anywho, let's actually play the game because we haven't. Because we've just been talking for like the past hour. content creator yapping past hour. I know, right? Who does that? Horrible, horrible time management. I know. Oh, come on, controller. Actually, hold on a second. I need to make sure that this thing is working. Plug it in. I don't want audio settings to be fucked up now. Switch. Switch. Ah. My PNG tuber. What the fuck happened? Reset. Alright. There we go. Switch over correctly. I mean, there was a lot of information. I feel like, I don't know, I felt like sharing. But all right, we're actually here to play a game, not to just yap the whole fucking time. So, as cool as it is for stuff coming out. Oh, Hal's asleep. Fuck. Actually, I could speed up to that.
How about a cup of joe? A little bitterness.
Hand over 5,000 Denny's later. I think I'm over 2.5 million again.
Sometimes stopping to take a break can.
That's actually a good question. I'm at 2.59. Or sorry, 2.597. So we have some Denny's to spare.
Check out the menu. You name it, I make it. Challenge is too great with a full stomach.
Alright, those two are versus regular. Where is that, Bernice? Okay, Bernice is maxed. And then who was the other person? It was like on. Okay, yours is also a level up of that. Is General Chop a human? I have no effing idea. Definitely doesn't have the makeup of a human. There's a number of different races that are in the game that aren't really explained. Like whatever the fuck General Chop and his son are. There's Oni, like Sukaku, that are in the game, but we've only learned one little bit about them, which was apparently they had beef with new Eridu and went to war against them, and then the defense force had to step in, and a lot of their members were killed, but they came to like some kind of peace agreement with new Eridu, and now they're, I guess, living on the fringes of the society. No idea. But Sukaku was adopted by I can picture her and I can't.
I am the eye.
If you need some.
Sukasura Yanagi,
Yanagi.
awaiting orders.
She adopted Sukaku as like her daughter. So yeah. So there's Oni. We have no idea about that, or at least not much more about that. Just very basic information. And there's, I think, a few other races that we've seen, but they're not classified as like Thyrines or anything like that. So I feel like in the video thing that they had for Yanagi, the Oni had horns. I don't think Chop or his son have horns. They don't seem to have horns. Maybe they do underneath their little cap, but like, yeah, no idea. They could be Oni, they could be something else. Eyes hurt from reading too much. Holy shit, they all came here. Please pay me back. You can hold me hostage if you want, but only if you let me catch up on sleep on your couch. Yeah, that's wild. Some money from Anton. For entertainment purposes. Oh, I actually got more money than expected from Anton. You know what? Interest. Oh, I did see one suggestion on the community forums in response to like the dev talk thing. Whenever there's like a dialogue choice in the game, it honestly doesn't matter what the fuck you pick. It ends up being like part of the same response anyway. So, I mean, some of them do have slightly different dialogue, but the majority of them don't. So it's like some of the people were saying, yeah, if you're gonna give a dialogue options, actually have them to be something different, not just, you know, the same thing, just repackaged in a slightly different way. Which I totally agree with. Alright, so we got trust rank with HoYoverse. And she still has one more stage to go. Grace isn't going to show up until the morning. Yeah, for trust events it matters, but like in the other parts of the scenario, like conversations, they don't. Like if you select the wrong thing, then you won't get any trust rank with certain characters. But like yeah, like some of the other dialogues, it's just arbitrary and it doesn't really matter what you select in the end. Because they end up combining the dialogue in your response anyway. So it was like, what the fuck did I select something for? Alright, so that's some of the weekly stuff to do. Temple Revival. Like they said, they're going to streamline this, so it's just, you can just have it be automatic. You don't have to go through all the steps, but that won't be until next update, so I'm not going to see anything. This one put on. I don't think I have any materials for, well I do, but it's for like stuff I have that's a lot of. So I think I'm good. I don't think there's anything I need to build right now. Nope. Alright, where are you? Wait, what? Okay, it must be during the day. Yeah, I think hers may be during the day. Because she's not here right now. Or if I select it. Yeah, no. Alright. Let's see. There are some events in Lumina Square. Let's head over there. Speaking of Sukaku, can I eat you? Hold on.
Whoa, smells nice.
Oh, do I not have it on auto anymore?
I wanna eat. I wanna.
Calm down, Sokaku. There's a restaurant nearby. Let's get you something to eat. Just hang in there.
After cleaning 5 plates, Sukaku seemed better.
Huh? Proxy? Where are we? Did you bring me here? I didn't do anything weird, did I?
You almost ate me.
When I saw you on the street earlier, you didn't look so good. I said hi, and then you suddenly lunged and tried to devour me whole. Just kidding. Anyway, what happened to you? You were starving.
I overslept and didn't have time to eat the breakfast Nagi left for me. I brought it to the office, and just as I was about to take a bite, they called an emergency meeting. There was no food anywhere in the hollow. I fought so hard trying to get back in time, but I still missed lunchtime at the cafeteria. When I got back to the office, my leftover breakfast was gone. The cleaning lady had even emptied the trash. There were 2 cake-looking thingies on Harumasa's desk, and I thought maybe he wouldn't notice if I ate one. So I took a bite, but it tasted so weird, and I thought I was gonna throw up, but I didn't, thankfully.
You barely ate anything in the morning, and you've worked hard, so you've definitely burned off that one bite by now.
And then I felt really dizzy. I wanted to go find Nagi to take me for some food, but I didn't know where she was. Someone told me she got pulled into a meeting right after she got back. And I don't remember much after that. Can I eat more? I think I'm hungry again.
You are a bottomless void, child. Your stomach is a black hole.
Looks like you were really starving. Of course you can have more. I'll order now.
You stare at the bill in silence. Total is almost as much as the video store's weekly revenue.
Proxy, did I eat too much? I'll pay. I can pay for it. Here's my wallet. Is this enough?
Here's the wallet.
No. But it's okay. I have my credit card. I hope this bill doesn't put us in the red this month. Should I file it under social or business expenses?
I'm sorry, Proxy. Nagi says I can't have too many Denny's on me, or I'll spend them all on food.
That is
I'll ask
smart
her
by
for
the
more
Nagi.
Denny's and pay you back. Or maybe I could work at your video store to pay you back. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, I don't have her as a person who can promote the store. Our AC is broken.
Sounds good. Our AC's broken. Maybe you could help us cool the place down.
I could totally do that. When do I start?
I was just joking. I've got the meal covered, but if you feel bad about it, consider it a favor you can
See,
return
like
later.
there. Both of
Having
them.
an
The
elite
first
operator
option was saying that you were
consists of
joking. The
a
others
favor.
was saying that you
I'd
can
say
just
I'm
consider
getting
the
the better
favor.
deal here.
Didn't matter in the end. It combined
Really?
both of the
don't
responses
have to
into the
I
same
ate
one.
So
So it's
much,
like
though.
there was kind of no
I
point. in that
almost
one.
ate you too. Are you sure just owing you a favor is enough?
It's all good. You don't owe me anything. I enjoyed treating you to a meal. After all, who could bear to see little Sokaku go hungry?
Oh, Proxy, you're so nice. Just like Nagi is to me. I'll remember this. I owe you one.
It'll become a lifelong burden for someone in favor. Alright. Trust rank for her. She still has 2 more to go through. Let's see. Vivian over here. How is that voucher still valid after years? stuck. Pretty much talking about her life after leaving the Exaltus. So it's not voiced, which is interesting. But I don't think all of them are voiced. Some of them are. A letter I wrote to my future self back then. To my future self. It's a warm day as I write this letter. The nice lady who gave me the free meal voucher quit her job today. She said she was going to follow her dreams. Her smile was fully of joy, and that made me happy too. But after she left, I felt a little down because I realized I didn't have any dreams of my own. If I had to have a dream, I wish that by the time I read this again, I'm no longer hungry all the time. Maybe just ate noodles, so that works. That I get to wear pretty clothes. Yep, you just got a swimsuit outfit recently. I hope that when my future self reads this, she can laugh at how silly I was. Because that would mean my simple, humble dream had come true. I'm sure that my future self must have been had even bigger dreams. I wonder if, when I read this again, I'll still remember these days clearly. And I hope you remember the person I once was. But don't think about me too much. I wish for the future me to have grown into a better person. Oh, that was actually a nice letter. To my future self, are you still working hard to become a better person? Another trust rank. One more until she's maxed out. Alright, Grace is in probably the next day. Next day. Alice is around here. Oh. Of course it scares her. So I think had I done this event with Alice, this would have given a little bit more context to Lucia and Yidhari. Because here it's mentioning that Spook Shack has other members, but their e-pals haven't met yet, but occasionally they have gatherings and they would meet, which is what happened with Lucia and Yidhari. Yep. And mentioned here, Strawberry Parfait. That's Yidhari's handle on Spook Shack, and Night Emissary is Lucia's. Alright, Fun Booth on 6th Street. Skin conditions getting worse and worse. We ended up dialing Seed. What the hell? The lady in white. Echo chamber. Oh, what the fuck? Just right there. Also, echo chamber. What is this place again? I think it's just a side area. Weird stuff happens when you get close to her, but doesn't mention anything what happened actually just then. Haunted painting that appears at the entrance of the check-in at the dead of night. Keep staring at it suddenly. Flash a smile. Yeah, she secretly loves the paranormal, even though she gets extremely scared quickly. One more on her. Let's see. I didn't see Lycon earlier. Was he even on the map? Oh, he's supposed to be right here. But he's not, so it must be next day. Bernice, we've already maxed you out. Alright, so we're just gonna actually switch over to the next day. was his response. If you want to borrow a videotape, you have to call me manager. It's not. Eridu tour. Investigator, big boss manager. I'm a mind reader. Caesar's here too. Let's do this one with Lycon. By letting me touch your tails of things. A vial of potion. Instant softening cream. Incredibly smooth tail in an instant. Used with acupuncture therapy. What the hell? What do you think I'm thinking? Tougher than the Minesweeper game. Caesar, you traitor.
Lumina's third-generation detachable mechanical face shield. Safe, secure, and stable, with a nearly 99% success rate in real hollow field tests.
This is not what usually happens. I mean, I already have your trust maxed out, so why is it getting increased? Huh. Oh well. want me to take a picture of your tail, aka picture of your ass. You're not slick, game. I see what you're trying to do. Your tail is purplish. Trust rank for Lycon. From the other close too. Ellen's here. Alright, where's Ellen? Too long, lemon special. High ambitions financial. Guess that was it. Let's see. Nagi is over by hand. Pretty much just doing trust events. But they do give polychrome, so actually that's a pretty good idea. I maxed out Piper, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. Yeah. Alice.
Senior Fufu.
Mm-hmm.
Senior Fufu?
I feel like patting on the head is a good way to lose an arm, but fuck it.
Did I interrupt something, Senior Fufu?
Oh, hey, Junior Wise. Perfect timing. There's something I can't figure out in my training, and I
Did I get
think
all the
maybe
fish?
You could help me out.
All 77 types achievement? I don't think I have. I know there was one thing on the fishing stuff that I never actually finished.
What kind of training could I possibly help with? You're already so talented.
Exactly. Even Shifu and the other disciples couldn't help, but I believe you can.
Even Yishun Sifu couldn't help? What kind of training is this?
I'm training to perfect my tiger roar. It's gotta sound fierce and look fierce, too.
That's a pretty unique form of training. It kind of reminds me of a friend of mine.
Hey,
Ben was doing
don't
something
think about
just
someone
like
else
that.
while you're talking to me. When I asked Shifu, she said, I thought Fufu was one of my smarter disciples. Whatever that means. So I went to Junior Pun, but he's even worse than me at managing facial expressions. Then I went to Xiao Guang, but her voice is too soft. She couldn't even fake a roar. And now, I'm counting on you, Junior Wise.
I didn't know you thought so highly of me. I'm honored.
Of course. You may look weak, but you never back down in the face of danger.
Wow,
I
rude.
don't think even I could be that fearless.
But also, thanks?
I take that back. You do not think very highly of me.
Anyway, let's train together to perfect the tiger roar so it sounds fierce and looks fierce at the same time.
All right, let's train together, Senior Fufu. I can feel the tiger spirit awakening!
Roar! I think it's working. I knew you had that tiger in you.
Fufu, I can't speak anymore.
That was a good attempt. Alright. That one done. Who's next on the list? Orphan Magnus, which put over there. Never moves out of his master's command. That's a very obedient pet. Sharp claws and fangs, spikes all over, and body firing red as magma. Yeah, no, I don't think that's something. creature that she has a pet. Fuck. Crimson monster figurine, back cover with sharp spikes. Legendary Crimson Lotus Tyrant of the Land of Endings in the world. Wait, what? I said that was a trust rank. Oh wait, no, that was just an increase. That was a very long one for just a trust increase. Alright, back to the store. Because I think Grace should be here. Yep. But then there's also Miyabi over here. Let's head to her real quick. Oh, and like earlier, this is the 404 Live store, but it is currently closed. But it looks like it's going to be opening at some point. Oh, and I just got her trust rank thing as well. Alright, we'll have to check that out afterwards. Grace.
Just so happens I've got an academic question to ask you. In a broad sense, do you think you should be classified as a machine?
No. I mean, if you're talking about the sum of the parts of our body interacting with one another to operate, then I guess you could say a machine, but also no.
I'm not a machine.
As I thought. It seems you're pretty self-assured about your human identity. Oh yeah, that little guy you were operating in the hollows, I think it was called Eos? That child is the most charming Bangbu I've ever seen. Those smooth round lines, that rubbery feel, but with the cold touch of metal. Oh, I'd love to pull it apart to see the intricacies of its structure. It must be truly beautiful.
You can do that to any other Bangbu, just not my Eos.
You get very passionate when discussing machines. Also, that sounds very dangerous.
Sorry about that. I'm a bit of a workaholic. Anyway, since that kid's a Bangbu, it's categorized as a machine. So, this raises the question, when your consciousness is connected to Eos, at that very moment, are you human or are you a machine?
That's an interesting question.
I seem to have implanted a terrible thought in your head. So then, if I start taking Eos apart while you're inside it...
How about you don't?
I should still be human.
I'm joking. Don't look so shocked. But really, if I get the chance, I would like to take a closer look at Eos's structure.
Again, a Bangbu. You could do that to any other Bangbu.
If you get the chance.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. I wouldn't harm a single screw from that little guy. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me on such an intriguing topic. If you ever decide you're willing to let me study Eos, then just get in touch.
You can study him from the outside, girl. Alright, that was the first trust ring for her. Oh, Miyabi's in Luminous Square. Oh, she's right here. Oh, she's doing her training where she's repeating the last word of the person. She's done this before. My family has an engagement with Miyabi. I mean, I wouldn't say family, but Miyabi, I love you. Why is there a melon on the ground here? Both of these are fucking hilarious. I actually want to go with the melon though. Oh, okay, that didn't work. minor issue troubling certain sponsors. Of course. A lot of land on this quarter. Currently designated for industrial use, but locals hope for a new commercial center for these. Alright, well, another trust rank, this time for Miyabi. Alright, Astra, Reverate Max, Poker, Reverate Max, James Max, Pipe Max. I think that's all of them so far. Ooh, geez, that was a lot. Alright, we didn't even finish weekly stuff. Alright. Invitation events. You know what? The most recent one we just did was Miyabi, so fuck it. Miyabi.
I don't have anywhere I'd prefer to go in particular. I'll follow you.
As we head back to 6th Street.
I haven't been waiting for too long.
What you talking about, girl? We just saw each other. Like, I literally met you at the gadget store, then we went to Lumina Square, and now we're back here. Heading back to the gadget store.
Surprise boxes are a training of luck.
We did this! We literally
I heard
did
that when
this
a
a few
person
minutes
is
ago.
lucky, their body temperature increases. Getting hot hands. That's what it is. It seems my body temperature is increasing. My luck should be good today.
Is that why?
Speaking of, the Void Hunters of History series is coming soon. Someone told me I'm a hidden edition. I can understand that. Compared to my predecessors, my accomplishments are nothing to brag about. So I should be hidden for now.
Alright, we'll do an arcade game.
Morning. Want to start this beautiful day with a win?
So it begins.
Alright, we're done fucked up.
Why did I die?
Well done.
Oh, I got passed at the last fucking second. God damn it. That's annoying. Damn.
Time flies when you're having fun, right? Looking forward to your next visit.
Alright, that was that fun event done.
Do you need me to kill? Oh, is that not it?
Alright. Wait, what? Was it not? Wait, what? Son of a... Invitation event, not a quality event. Son of a bitch. Strap the camera to an Armor Hazi's neck. Any tips to how to quietly dispose of knocked out high-ranking military officers? Secret hideout and live in the square. playground? Or these construction pipes? They're comfortably cramped. Spend hours just curled up in those pipes? Jesus. Perfect time machine. Laurel scent. Fuck it. Other 3 hideouts in the outer ring, Phylum Heights, and 6th Street.
Oh, careful now. This is how I sent a poor officer flying last time. Flower arranging? It's like lining up these cuties to make them look even prettier, right? Leave it to me. These flowers are about to get a glow up.
All disturbances will fade away with the moonlight.
Ta-da! These flowers seem pretty pleased with their new look. When I was arranging these flowers, my heart felt all warm and fuzzy. I wonder why. Proxy, these flowers are for you. Let's do this again sometime. Are you spacing out, Proxy? I do that too when Captain Magus starts her lectures. You've gone totally still. Did your system crash? I can pop you open and run diagnostics.
Please don't. That would be very painful. But we're gonna exit quality time. Okay, that should fulfill what we were looking for. Which prompts another Agent Trust event. She's trying to eat the flowers.
Hello, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
I want to buy some flowers for my squad mates. Could you give me some recommendations?
Of course. But pardon me for asking. Were you just eyeing the flowers and swallowing?
Seed, Orchidea. If you want to pick some flowers, I think I might be able to help.
Proxy, are you interested in these little ones too?
Oh, Wise! Do you happen to know this young lady? In that case, let's pick out some flowers that suit her intentions together.
Leave it to me. Seed, what kind of flowers are you looking for? Are they gifts for someone?
Yeah. I feel like everyone on the squad's been doing a lot for me lately. So I want to give them a sea of flowers, so big that they can swim in it. But I got told off when I told Captain Magus I wanted them to lie in a sea of roses. I wonder why. Anyway, she said that I should just get one bouquet for each of them.
If they really tried swimming in roses, they'd all get stabbed by the thorns. Let's pick some bouquets that match each of them, yeah?
About that, I made up my mind while we were chatting earlier. There are so many little ones to choose from here. I'll get flame lilies for Soldier 11, morning glories for Orphe, moonflowers for Captain Magus, and Trigger gets red spider lilies. My instincts are telling me these are perfect for them.
Yeah, your instincts are solid. The thing is, other than the flame lilies, those flowers all have pretty grim meanings, don't they?
Really? Well, I think everyone has a flower that suits them best. And these little ones really do fit them, don't you think?
Young lady, when giving flowers, it's not always about matching appearances or aura. It's more about how they'll feel when receiving them. Don't you think what matters the most is bringing a smile to their face?
Nene? So, what should I do? Oh, maybe sort the flowers by type. Oh, encrypt the names with a Caesar cipher and write a message using the petals. That should be enough to convey my feelings, right?
That might be a bit much.
How about this? I know the members of Obel Squad pretty well too. If you trust me, I can help choose flowers that suit each of them.
Sure. I bet Captain won't blow a fuse this time if you pick them.
Ah, I see. So there's another reason you came. Please, come with me to the back. Wise, would you mind waiting at the entrance?
Alrighty. Odd flowers, soft pink petals.
That flower, is that a Nineveh? Seed, did you buy a Nineveh? What for?
I heard this store might have some, so I asked. Everything went surprisingly smoothly. You know, my memories from before the fall of the old capital are really fuzzy. It felt like my memory functions were impaired before I met Seed Sr. My earliest memory is of looking out through a shattered window. Where the fences and barbed wire used to be, there was just nothing. So I left. I don't remember how long I walked, how far, or who I met. But one thing sticks. I saw a flower, just like this in the hollow. Except that one was hundreds of times bigger than this one.
Yeah, I think you ran into the actual Nineveh.
Wait, that sounds like... Are you saying you also saw the real Nineveh before you met Seed Sr.? Do you remember anything else about that day?
The real Nineveh? Huh. Maybe. I always thought it was just some overgrown flower. I don't remember much else. But that flower keeps showing up in my dreams. So I figured I'd buy one for myself. Why not, right? I'll put it in the most visible spot in the cockpit. Maybe one day it'll help me remember what I've forgotten. Seed Senior, you, the captain, you're all so curious about what happened when the old capital fell. I'll do my best to help. And when I do, I'll collect a nice reward from you all.
I love how she is talking about one of the most dangerous ethereals out there as nothing more than just a flower.
I see. I thought you picked Nineveh just because you liked it. I didn't realize you were thinking so far ahead.
Well, this is also Seed Senior's biggest wish. I'll get the truth out of Nineveh. Plus, the flower that suits me best is obviously a different little one.
Sorry. I assumed you picked it because it suited you, just like you did for everyone else. So what's your perfect flower then?
That's classified for now. But I'll have you sign a non-disclosure agreement soon, Proxy. Be good and wait patiently till then.
Alright, trust rank to C got. Alright, and then the last thing on the weekly. Fucking started this like 2 hours ago and haven't done shit. Alright, goldfish picture at Silent Bay. Oh, this thing. Alright, weekly done. We had done the temple. I hadn't even looked at this stuff. Let's do this quick.
You're the boss, Master.
Yes, farm the weapons. I know. I need to do that. Which actually goes into modifications. I think the person I was working on was actually no, sorry. anomaly or attack? Can't remember.
Break time.
Stand still.
Take them all! I'm happy to be of service. Get lost!
Say no more.
Courage is power! Knowledge is scissors, your paper!
Stay calm now.
He learned it. With them. He just won't pay.
Back off.
Tiger has
Let's make this quick.
Don't really have a lot in energy. I'm willing to burn 2 batteries. So next time, probably.
Breathe.
I told you quick.
Take this.
Not giving up.
Step back. Let me handle this. Let's make this quick. Disappointing.
was I gonna say? When they do the double bounty, double drop events, I probably should be actually saving all my batteries for that stuff. To be honest. But also, those don't really last. It's only lasts for like 2 fights, if anything. Usually I have enough energy to do that. Well. Alright. That's all that. That's all that. 3 already maxed out. The city fund thing. This ain't gonna get us shit anymore. So finally getting around to looking at stuff. There is Chronicle of Counseling event. When Dreams Remain Unfinished event. I actually haven't gotten around to doing this yet because last weekend was Extra Life, so I didn't get to play, or at least didn't get to stream playing it. Art Deco is currently ongoing, so I think I'm gonna leave these two for next weekend because we'll still have time to be able to do that. This is just happening in the background, so I think by the time next weekend rolls around, everything would have been done for it, so we can just turn it in and all one go. Final callback. We can do that next week as well. Finish it out. Hollow Zero, I'll do offline. That's just that. Haven't challenged the Deadly Assault for this period, so I need to do that. I never did finish Chiyu Defense, so that's also something that's offline. But this is going to be ending by tomorrow, so may as well get working on this. Chronicle Counseling. By my Shifu's order, I now run this little fortune stall. Bring me your worries and I'll ease your troubles. Today, I'm in charge. Hang on. Wait, everyone. Please line up. The dream one is long. Yeah. Like, as far as I understand it, it's more or less like an agent story for Yutari. So, I'm more than fine of using the whole stream just to do that one. But yeah. Let me at least try and get some of the other stuff done before, since these are going to be ending a lot sooner. Thank you for that.
This weather. The anticipation off stage is the perfect prelude.
Oh, you actually are right. This is level 10. Alright. Level 40. That's better. But yeah, some of these are still pretty low. reduce their attack by 22%.
The anticipation off stage is the perfect prelude.
So yeah, I do need to farm on that. Stalin's side. That's supposed to be filing day. Regularly setting up stalls down the mountain to provide medical consultations and to help people. And she's just passing it on to me. Gotcha. Alright, Master. Second Assistant set us up with the environment for you. Hope you get up to speed with your work. First priority, conduct simulation training. Please listen to residents' accounts and provide specific advice. Tutorial ends. Specialists are handling residents' issues. Note, I'll stay by your side, providing optimal solutions whenever you need them. As a disciple of Yankuei Summit, you must resolve the citizens' troubles. Based on the citizen's description, select the appropriate response. Choose the correct answer. So every night there are these weird noises coming from the windows and doors, one after another, just like what the protagonist heard in the Port Peak. And crying sound starts. Don't worry, it's just the wind blowing through the windows. Choose the right response to increase your citizen rating. Making the wrong choice will decrease satisfaction. If the master of Swabian Temple says so, it must be true. I guess the figure outside the window and the footprints at the door were just my imagination. Thank you. Wait, you didn't mention that. Watch out for these. Alright, Client Lynn. Inquiry categories, curses and mysteries. Bad feng shui at the construction. Barely started working in the drills, forklifts, and cutting machines. Every single tool is busted. I haven't slept in days to deliver this project ahead of schedule. I may as well cement myself into the foundation at this point. It's just 42 days of non-stop work, right? If I can power through it, why can't these tools keep up? Must be bad feng shui at our construction site. Please come work your magic ASAP. Working non-stop, it's no wonder they break down. Both people and tools need rest. I hear what you're saying, but this new batch of gear just isn't holding up. Turns out you really can't trust the stuff from 3 Gates. Nothing beats reliable old equipment from Bellabog Industries. That's true. Bellabog is definitely reliable. Alright, time to start handling weird ones. So there looks like there's 5 stages. What's the rewards? 3,000 rating, 5,000 rating, 3,000, 5,000, same thing, same thing, same thing. Okay. Only assist when necessary. Please analyze stay closer to give approximate guidance. Oh, Yuzuha's the first one. Curses and mysteries are her inquiry. Swaybin, Temple, Strange Ghost. Barry can help point out the right choice. You have 2 chances for help each round. If you're on the fence, let me help you out. Well, okay, I didn't really want that, but sure. Have you heard there's a strange ghost haunting Swaybin Temple at night? It's the hottest buzz at Spook Shack lately, with its razor-sharp fangs and pitch-black fur, lurking all night long at the fortune-telling stall. Maybe tonight it'll be outside your window. At the fortune-telling stall, it's Aishwo. That must be Aishwo on night shift. Yeah, that's... Sigh, looks like these ghost stories aren't spooky enough to scare you. Don't worry, I'll be back with even creepier tales next time. Just you wait. Okay, Snap. Curses and mysteries. Anti-photography boo. What's wrong with me? Out of the thousands of photos I've taken lately, not a single one follows the golden ratio. Has photography god abandoned me? Could it be because I forgot to clean my lens the other day? Oh, so I only get two chances to use fairy? Forget photography, study magic instead. That's pretty funny, but I don't think that's it. Photography isn't just about numbers or in proportion. I mean, sure, but you're right. How did I let myself get boxed in by all these rules? A true master can reveal beauty from every angle. Thanks for opening my eyes. Vince. Curses and mysteries. Mysterious figure in black. Recently, a little fellow wearing a black trench coat and an eye patch came to the shop. He tossed me some dennies and insisted on cash for goods straight up, even saying stuff like no backing out of the deal. I only realized yesterday that he's Mr. Dong's nephew, but he's normally so timid. He's never had this kind of aura. Could he have been possessed by something strange? The little guy's motivation is he's just copying movie scenes. This is the final summons of the eternal dark flame. I honestly think he's just copying a movie scene. So this is what the young folks call cosplay these days. I'm not one to judge, but it looks like he spent all his allowance on the outfit and left no budget for props. Dressed to impress, but only able to afford the shabbiest accessories. Oh well. As long as he's enjoying himself. I'll put a few bargain items aside for him. Every great warrior comes from humble beginnings. Alright. Yun Yao, Curses and Mysteries, map malfunction. Last night, after checking out a store, I was following the map on my way home, but somehow ended up in this weird neighborhood without a soul in sight. I freaked out and tried to run, but kept going in circles, trapped in these creepy alleys. It wasn't this spooky when I came to Phylum Heights a few years ago. Could it have been some kind of supernatural maze? A map from years ago. Sounds like Profess. Try getting a new map. Probably outdated. Let me update my digital map. Wow, Phylum Heights has changed so much over the years. No wonder the old map is useless. Your predictions are eerily accurate, Master. Well, with Yunque's summit, standing guard, evil spirits and demons wouldn't dare cause trouble here. This place definitely won't end up like what happened to my home. Hold up. How did you get lost right at your doorstep? Hey, later. Curses and mysteries. Life's too short. Let's roll Marcus. Ever since meeting that show-off night boo, Marcus has been hogging my bike, yelling giant truck charge while ramming into Steel Tusk. The old timer at the Bangbu repair shop couldn't find anything wrong, chalking it up to a restless machine spirit. Lucy doesn't believe any of it. Proxy, think you can figure out what the real issue is? Why did Quincy run off to the outer ring? It was assimilated by Nightboo. I want to ride your motorcycle too. I want to say it's assimilated by Nightboo. So you're saying it doesn't want to be part of the biker gang, but wants to become a knight instead. I never knew knights could be so unique. I thought knights were cut from the same cloth as the champion. Either way, thanks. At least now I've got something to go on. I mean, you're kind of just like a knight yourself. You don't tolerate injustice and you fight for the little guy. Alright, Sweetie, Curses and Mysteries, Black Cat meeting behind the kitchen. A few nights ago, one of our staff said he spied a black cat gathering where cats were circling around the steaming hot boiler, like some mysterious ritual. Since then, he's been totally out of it, muttering stuff like, "Cat's good, humans bad," and can't focus on his cooking anymore. I'm trying to figure out what's up with this gathering. Mind helping me figure this out? The animals are getting close to the boiler to trying to stay warm. Let's see it. Probably stay warm. So that's how it is. Though he's gone a bit overboard. He's been bathing and burning incense for several days straight, determined to wait in the kitchen out back for the Black Cat Lord's return. Could there really be a miracle at work? Just one look and someone's a devotee of the Black Cat. Still, if it helps my busy staff lift their spirits, I'm sure the cats would be happy too. Not a believer, just a cat servant. Neon Z, Curses and Mysteries, Unusual Friends. Yesterday I watched a horror movie, and right when things got intense, this girl with messy hair crawled out of the TV, and it was just like so cool. Like imagine being friends with someone from inside the TV. That's a chance you can't pass up. Please, is there any way to make something like that happen to me? Horror movies are best kept separate from reality. It's better to make friends with real people. You just gotta watch thousands of horror movies. Shit. This one's actually a little bit more difficult. I want to say it's better to make friends with real people, but also I feel like this is probably what she wants to hear. What? Okay, so I fucked up. See, faith really does work, right? I'm gonna start watching right now. Rather than those clicky groups where 4 people have 5 knock-knock chats, I prefer having cool friends. Those real-life friends only care about competing with each other and keeping up appearances. I never think about how outsiders feel. So I fucked up on that one. Well, I just have to hit a certain whatchamacallit. Threshold, right? Yeah. Alice, Curses and Mysteries, Phantom Tales. The graffiti phantom is so cunning. They've attracted a whole bunch of obsessed copycats to create confusion, vandalizing the streets everywhere, always going after objects that are perfectly symmetrical. Mismatched graffiti. One trash can gone from a pair. If this keeps up, the neighborhood streets, no. I won't let things end up like that. What should I do about this? Behavior that damages the city's appearance. Contact pub security to deal with it. Asymmetry is all the rage right now. I'm gonna stay contact upset. Even for a half-true urban legend, getting law enforcement involved, that's an angle I hadn't considered. As expected of you, looks like I still have a lot to learn as a kind. Pretty amazing too, Alice. Residents' issues have all been addressed. It's time to wrap things up. I was watching for a while, and the residents looked really pleased. That's just like, well, let's pack up things together. Let's call it a day. I could have actually gotten that. So we're just going to speed through this because we already have done all of this. Make friends with real people. You don't get it. That's the best kind of friend. When we become friends, we'll play games together, watch movies, count the stars, all the things close friends do. I've already planned it all out. Such a well thought out plan. Alright, Snap. Alice. Upsack. Lie there. This is all out of order too, which is interesting. Sweetie. Vince. There we go. You've shown your exceptional skills once again. Fairy will continue to respond to your requests for assistance. So I just need to get to 5,000 as the highest. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want perfect. Alright, decoding dreams. Chin? I think that may be pronounced Chin. Dream Chaser and How to Fall Asleep. I've got entrance exams, performance rehearsals, and an internship in the Hollow coming up. And now a fortune teller told me I have a bad omen in my chart recently. I can't get any sleep, not a week. Help. Sounds like it's all down to too much mental stress. The evil aura has been dispelled, you can relax out. If nothing else, maybe just skip sleep. I don't think that's right. Really? Sigh. Mom always said sleep makes everything better, and if something doesn't work the first time, just sleep on it and try again. That's a good solution, right? Thanks, Master. Now I can finally get some peaceful sleep. After rest. Seed. Dream Tracer. Where's the driver? I dreamed about you last night, Proxy. In the dream, I became part of Seed Senior, but couldn't start up. I waited and waited until peony flowers had climbed all over Seed Senior's hand, and then you finally showed up. Thank goodness you were there, or the flowers would have eaten us. If this dream were real, would you want to be the pilot? I can't think of any reason to say no. I'd help you to get booted up. I don't know how to drive it. I would say we'll help you get booted up. You're really dependable, Proxy. You're wondering why? I actually knew I was dreaming at the time, but the you in the dream said that whether in dreams or reality, you'd always choose to help your friends. Reality is a continuation of dreams. Alright, KK, Dream Tracer, and Dream Case Files. Even though I've been investigating leads around the clock, the case hasn't made any progress. These past 2 days, my logic core has been scrambled. My circuits keep shorting, and yesterday I even dreamed about Ethereals bombing the public security precinct with an airship. Jesus. Maybe I'm not cut out to be a public security officer after all. I think you're just tired. Get some rest before investigating the case, or I recommend they use a helicopter instead. Get some rest. You're right. Instead of doubting myself, I might as well save my energy. My system plugins haven't been updated in ages either. I should head to the maintenance bay. To the maintenance center and treat myself today. I should go to the Fantasy Resort as well. Bai Kai, Dream Tracer, Dream Tracer, life-changing lottery. Alright, Master. I think I should put everything I own on the lottery. Yesterday I dreamed I'd lost everything. My family left, I was shunned and humiliated. Luckily, with the last of my Steam Bun money, I bought a ticket, miraculously turned my fate around, and took back everything that was mine. This has to be some kind of prophecy. You'll support me, right? No, reality isn't a novel. Buy them, even if it means going broke. Spend wisely, invest smart. I think that's the better answer. Even with the luck on your side, you have to know when to pump the brakes. That's why you're the master. I'll test the waters with a small bet first. Say, which lottery stand has better odds? Which one's got that lucky glow or auspicious clouds circling above it? I can't. secrets. Ooh, Githari. Dream Tracer missed a falling rain. Surprised to see me. I actually had a dream. A curtain of rain, the damp air, mist drifting between us, and your silhouette gradually growing faint, drifting further away. You usually forget dreams when you wake, but this one remains clear. I heard this place can interpret dreams. The nightmare must be making her uneasy. I won't suddenly disappear. There's still other people alive. Man, that's rude. I won't disappear. I believe you. But your answer sounds like what the main character would say. I can add this to my collection of spooky stories. Looking forward to hearing it. She has some of the craziest eyes. Hugo. Dream Tracer, prophetic dream. Mockingbird's next target has been confirmed. Let's keep some mystery. Something's off this time. Lycon rarely warns me to be careful, but even Vivian has sensed danger in her dreams. Though it's not a prophecy, her intuition is always spot on. What do you think, Richard? Looks like security is going to be tight. You've got to be prepared, or just go for it. Be prepared. After getting a warning, that old guy stood down the original security team and specifically brought in the criminal investigation response team for security. It's a tricky situation. Thanks for the advice, manager. I look forward to our next meeting. Zuyan, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we did kind of just make her job a lot harder. Ling. Dream Tracer, Hollow Gourmet. I'm heading to the Hollow to find ingredients. Pan-seared blast crawler, salt-baked fisher crab, char-grilled goblin. After an extraordinary morning, a drool-soaked pillow finally convinced this wayward foodie to make up their mind. I'm going to master the ethereal cooking technique and create a whole new cuisine. Today marks the beginning of my journey. You think things will go smoothly? Ethereals. You do realize that ethereals were former people, right? Would that still be considered cannibalism? Hollows are dangerous and ethereals are not ingredients. Yes. I'm a well-trained investigator, so of course I get that ethereals fade and fantasies break. But I'm a foodie too. Oh shit, no. Cancel. If it must disappear, one tiny taste before it goes is enough. Those lingering minutes of flavor, isn't that enough to savor a lifetime? Please be mindful of food safety. Don't eat ethereals. Those were people at one point. Shun. Dream Tracer, Ancestral Gaming Guide. Marcel Group's new game is so addictive. I can't seem to beat it, but my great-grandfather visited me in a dream yesterday and told me the key to clearing the game was in that box under the bed back home. I checked the box and there was nothing inside, so what is the secret to beating it? Master, please tell me. Having no secret technique is a secret technique. Secret is never giving up, or I just don't play games. That's a lie. I'm playing a game right now. Don't give up. Oh, now I get it. So in an open world game, even a boss that's totally invincible ignores all damage can be beaten as long as you don't give up. That one may be a bit hard. Thanks, Master. I'm going to go back and give it a shot right now. You sure it isn't a bug? Alright, let's call it a day. And we got the max. Alright, fortune-telling revelation. Old Mac, fortune-telling, Wi-Fi Dragon Boat Champion. Me? I'm all about dragon boat racing. Used to be quite the beast at it back in the day, but now I'm older. I just teach the youngsters. Even though I've been champion for several years running, I still come to get my fortune read before a match. My fortune reads: Hidden thunder gathers strength to shake 100 rivers. What do you think? Patience and preparation pay off. It's a good omen. Just conserve your strength and you'll come out on top. There might be bad weather. Conserve your strength. These fortune readings at Suibin Temple are so spot on, it's crazy. Every time before a match, it's good fortune, and every time we win. If we take the championship this time, all tenants get free rent for the month. More championships, the better. Question booth. Fortune telling. How many should I beat up? I heard there are a lot of martial artists on Wi-Fi Peninsula, so I came here to challenge them. I'm not sure how this journey will turn out, so I checked my fortune before going into battle. Bow to the boatmen before crossing the river. What do you think? What do you suppose this means? Be kind to others. A moderately good fortune. A friendly exchange will get you results. This journey is dangerous. Maybe think it over. Friendly exchange will get you results. That's a relief. Warriors of Wi-Fi Peninsula, come say hello to my friendly fist. His fists are rated E for everyone. Alright. Eleanor. Fortune telling. Creative Tong Sui Precept. Peace Herbal sometimes provides medicinal soups with insects as ingredients. I heard they work wonders. As someone who also makes healthy drinks from natural ingredients, my Tong Sui needs to keep up. I actually developed a few insect-based Tong Sui and had my friends try them, and without exception, they all gave negative reviews. I started doubting my idea, so I checked my fortune, and it said a new fire burns down the house before blazing bright. What do you think of that? Not a great start with this mediocre fortune. It's not even crawling with flavor yet. Add even more. Insect Tong Sui is still too out there for now. I'm gonna say this. This may be wrong. Oh shit, it was. It was right. Alright, maybe this attempt was a little over the top. In the end, new ideas need to be rolled out gradually. But when in doubt, friends are the fallback. I do feel a bit bad though. I better head back and treat them to some of my signature Tong Sui. Friends really saved the day. Alright, let's say fortune telling and red bean bun showdown. She's wearing the same shirt as that other girl. Limited edition Yumcha Sin coconut red bean buns sell out almost as soon as they come out of the oven every day. Before I knew it, today's already the last day of the sale. If I don't get a taste of one, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. It's almost time for them to be brought out the oven, so I'm hoping my ride the rapids and leap the perilous pass portion is a good omen. Please. A decisive reading and moderate luck. Go right now, you can still get one. It might be sold out. Go right now. Get out of here. For real, this might be my only chance in life. I can't miss it today. Alright, delicious coconut red bean buns, here I come. Orpheum Magus, fortune telling, lost cat notice. I met a super cute white cat around here the other day, and I didn't have any cat toys on me, so I could only give it a quick pet. It seems to really like me, and I'd love to come play with it again. So this time I came fully prepared to find it. I drew this fortune slip that says, sitting quietly, a hidden fragrance fills the air. How can I find the cat? A lucky break, you couldn't ask for a better omen. Cat will definitely come back, or you scared it off. I'll say it comes back. Also, where's Magus? Don't see her. I know she's behind, but I don't know. She turned off? What's going on? Woohoo! Guess I better look for a bigger open space, otherwise I might not have room to set up cat toys I brought. What exactly did you bring? Nekomata, fortune telling. Try your luck. Hoping to fix the cunning hair's finances quickly, Nicole has decided she's going to use everyone's dinner budget tomorrow to buy lottery tickets, saying she's sure to win this time. I checked her fortune for her. Shattered mirror, dried river, vanished mirage. Which doesn't sound like a good omen. You think I should rush to convince her to forget it? Dreams shattered, the worst luck ever. Going all in is a form of wisdom? Nope. Eat well and make an honest living. I feel like that's the one, but I don't know how Nicole would take it. You're right. Only when you're full do you have the strength to work and earn more dennies. That way, Nicole can buy more lottery tickets, and her chances of winning will go up. Nicole should get to work. Lucia, fortune telling, nocturnal, hollow, ethereal search. During my afternoon nap, I dreamed of 3 tall new ethereals standing on a cliff edge of the hollow on the night of the full moon in 2 days. I'm planning to head into the hollow to see if I can catch 1 or 2, but I woke up with a weird unease, so I checked my fortune. The reading said, late spring hides the cliff where one might fall, which is quite puzzling, but my intuition tells me this is not a good omen, so, am I right? Yeah, it's definitely super unlucky fortune. No safety concerns whatsoever. Nope, it's way too dangerous, better stay away. Turns out I was pretty accurate after all. Seems like my instincts might be on par with the pros. We're a pro team. Alright, Zhao Gong. Fortune telling, I don't know what to do. I've got a crush on someone and I think he likes me back, but we've been stuck like this for so long, I've never had the courage to confess. Recently, a friend told me he seems to be getting a gift ready. That's why I got my fortune, and the result was sailing through fog, watching shadows of flowers. Do you think this means he's about to confess? Congratulations, but alright, wait for the good news with that lucky fortune. Congratulations, but you have to pretend not to know. He's about to confess, but not to you. I feel like that's rude. We're gonna go with this. Congratulations. Yay. Gotta get ready. Should I ask my bestie? We should go shopping for some cute outfits tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Should I pretend to not know about any of this? Yeah, keep it cool. Don't act like you know. Alright, call it a day. Consultation's completed. Alright, 2 more stages. Soothing troubled minds. Joey, banished worries. Ghost hunting god. Are all the supernatural events in Wi-Fi Peninsula fake? I've done quite a bit of research, and every supernatural occurrence turns out to be either a scientific phenomenon or a psychological effect. It seems if I want to encounter a real supernatural phenomenon, I have to join the top authority, Swabian Temple. Master, no senior. If I undergo training at Swabian Temple, I'll surely get the chance to encounter them, won't I? Swabian believes in science. It's our duty to bust their superstition. This is a secret known only to the High Preceptor. No. I fucked up. Yep, we're gonna give up. Oh, right. It randomizes. Okay, I'll have to keep that one in mind. Ivy. Business is 100 times harder for me than engineering. I'm scared of negotiating prices with customers. I just never know how to respond to them. Is there a way to avoid speaking while also preventing customers from haggling? You need a clear sign. Ain't a no haggling sign at the store entrance. Cut prices so low, just mentioning them is embarrassing. I'm gonna go with no haggling. Nice. Not only will customers be too embarrassed to haggle, I'll probably have to talk less too. It'll work out, probably. 2 birds with 1 stone. Yay. Banish worries. Winning formula for invitations. The porcelain market is so lively, young humans everywhere laughing and chatting. It'd be a waste not to explore a place like this with friends. Too bad there's no stall for bamboo, so I can't legitimately invite my homebody friend to come out and play. Oh dear, what should I do? Reasons to invite friends. There's way more fun stuff than just the market. It's dangerous with so many people around. Little bamboo, stay inside. I'm gonna say there's more fun stuff than just the market. The beach, Swabian Temple. Turns out there's a ton to do. Humans really are the experts when it comes to entertainment. Asking you was the right call, master. Have fun playing with your friend. Jai Hao, banish worries, AAA boosting services. I stick client chosen pictures onto wooden posts and give them a good beating, pretending I'm whacking the person in the photo. I've been making a decent amount from the service lately, but the downside is that it's a bit rough on my hands. Is there a way to protect my hands while not hurting my business? Time and energy saving method. How's this a business? I stick client chosen pictures onto wooden posts and give them a good beating. If it hurts, keep practicing. Practice makes perfect. Why not buy a pair of boxing gloves? Oh, bit rough on his hand. Protect his hands. I mean, yeah, that sounds like boxing gloves, honestly. Good idea. While it's not really Yunquei Summit style, I do know some other martial arts. Wearing gloves to hit the stakes sounds way better than bending with your bare hands. A Tai Chi boxer, what a curious combination. Mika, banish worries, the boo won't quiet. Master, what's wrong with my Bang Boo? It's not moving. I just bought it last week and we haven't been apart for a single moment this whole week. I even hold it while I sleep. It always looks perfectly fine to me, so why now? Never left your side, you mean? May it rest in peace. It's gone to a faraway place. That's horrible to say to a young child. Teach him about death so early. More likely, you forgot to recharge it. Oh, you're right. Master's amazing. Remember to charge it next time. Ah, Joey, you're back. Yeah, it's our duty to bust those superstitions. Strange. In the movies I've seen, don't mystics always wave wooden swords, draw talismans, chant spells, and drive off demons? Don't tell me Swabian Temple doesn't offer that kind of service. That's what you call artistic license. Don't take it too seriously. Trigger. Banish worries. Embracing the new doesn't mean discouraging the old. I have this friend. She's always been focused on one person. That person, who once felt like a treasure belonging only to her, has now become the center of everyone's attention. Lately, she's often worries she'll be forgotten. Of course, this has nothing to do with me. I'm just curious. Proxy, would you still remember an old friend from long ago? I have this friend. She's always been focused on one person. Is this really a friend thing? I'd never forget. People's memories are limited after all. I mean, I'd never forget. A watertight answer. That's totally your style, Proxy. My friend can rest easy now. I hope you and your friend can both rest easy. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna forget Trigger. She's part of one of my favorite compositions right now, which is her, Soldier Ambi, and Seed. Alright, we have Dylin. Banish worries. I'll never get this work done. First off, I'm super dedicated customer service rep. Second, the recent number of customer complaints is impossible for one person to handle. If too many complaints pile up unsolved, I'll catch heat from my supervisor again, which I absolutely have to avoid. Is there some kind of trick, something that doesn't take too much time but clears a ton of work at once? Many hands make the fire burn brighter. Ask a workmate for help. Overtime is the only option. Ask a workmate for help. Genius. You're such a pro. Dear, this situation needs someone more specialized. I'll put you through to them. How's that? AI is going to lose its job. Yeah, I don't see that happening. And Monado. Banish worries. Is this really that scary? Honestly, I don't think I look scary, but people I meet for the first time always seem startled. Truth is, I've paid the price for this more than once. Do I need to adjust my appearance to look friendlier? Got any advice, Proxy? Try changing your outfit. Why not try carrying some plushies with you? Don't speak, look them straight in the eyes. That doesn't really help. Carry some plushies? I mean, this is the last one, so fuck it. I'll use it. Alright, that's what they call contrast, huh? Sounds worth a try. Your heart is all warm and fuzzy too. Alright, last one. Health is wealth. Zhao Chen. Pulse healing, where saving the world begins. Lately, whenever I'm on night shift, I hear tiny sounds I never noticed during the day. At the same time, weird visions keep popping into my head, like becoming a night vigilante, hacking away at ethereals and the hollows, or protecting the world from the moon. It's pretty trippy. Am I about to unlock some superpowers or what? Sleep schedule is all messed up. It's just anxiety brought on by chronic all-nighters. You look like you've awakened. Oh, just regular old anxiety? And here I thought I was finally going to fulfill my destiny saving the world. What a letdown. Stop daydreaming and take the day off. Vivian. Pulse healing, just one meeting. Lord Phaethon. Because of Mockingbird's long-term operation, I haven't been able to visit you for so long. Cough, cough, cough. I'm fine. Hiko says I've been overworked and wants to force me to take a break, but I think it's just because I haven't seen you in too long that I got sick. Now that I'm here, a little tight chest, shortness of breath, and fatigue is nothing at all. No rest for the wicked. Take a nice, relaxing vacation. These symptoms, it's definitely a supernatural possession. Take a vacation, girl. That's your advice, Faith, and I trust it. I really need a break. Fantasy resort by the sea. Last time was just a quick tour, but this time I'm going for a proper vacation. Hugo probably thought the same thing. Also, you just got a new swimsuit skin, so may as well use it. Soldier 11, pulse healing, feeling the heat. Healer with a devoted heart. After taking on the 50 times spicy noodles challenge yesterday, I feel like there's a fire burning inside my body and my heart is racing. Just like when I'm doing high resistance training. Could pushing the limits of spiciness actually count as training too? Loving spice is fine, just don't overdo it. The heart beats for love burns like fire. Eating something too spicy trigger the reaction. Ooh, I'm actually kind of curious on this one. Heart is racing. I'm gonna say heart beats for love burns like a fire. Really? Okay. That's fair. Love, I've heard it only affects how fast you draw your blade, but now it seems it can mimic the body's response after training. Too many questions, not enough proof. Looks like I need to crank up the spice to 70 times and test it. We're gonna do that again. So it is gonna be randomized, so oh, it's her again. Perfect. Alright. Eating trigger reaction. I see. Noodles that are 50 times spicier. No wonder I couldn't handle it on my first try. Keep trigger from nagging me. I guess I'll try something lighter once in a while. Noodles will be on us later. Zhenglu. Pulse healing, herbal tea when you're free. Half a month ago, I was feeling a bit under the weather, so I went to Peace Herbal to get some herbal tea. And to my surprise, I got hooked on it. I've been drinking it every day. Yesterday, I started having frequent stomach pains, trembling, and my hands and feet felt cold. The Peace Herbal owner said, "This isn't something herbal tea can fix. What do you think could be wrong with it? You've had way too much herbal tea. Try some warm food to balance it out. Fight fire with fire, load up on cold drinks." I'm going to say warm food to balance it. Seems like even herbal tea, as healthy as it is, shouldn't be overdone. As for warm foods, perfect timing. I've got plans tonight. Might as well book a spot at the hot pot place. Warm doesn't refer to the temperature. Yeah, tea can also be warm. Can't believe it. Pulse healing, and I'm not sick. I'm not. First off, let me be clear. My body's totally fine. It's just that after taking a fall this morning, I've been tripping whenever I walk, not recognizing people I know, and misdialing numbers. A quick recharge will definitely fix it, but the master insisted it was serious and made me come get checked. That's the only reason I'm here. Sound like you're having trouble seeing. The situation's a bit complicated. I recommend a major overhaul. No biggie, just need to swap out an eye part. Oh, that explains why Master looked distorted today. My vision's acting up. I was terrified. I honestly thought Master had changed form. That'd be an even bigger problem if that happened. Zhao Chang. This was Chronic All-Nighters. Jufufu. I've studied all kinds of martial art films over and over, and I've come to one conclusion. The most impressive heroes usually have bulging muscles. I have to admit, I still have room for improvement in that department. Come to think of it, I managed to finish Mountain of Vegetables every day and never skip training, so why am I not building any muscle? Watching nutrition when building muscle. Ask Senior Yinhu to create a meal plan. If it's not working, try another way. I'd say create a meal plan, but also only specific vegetables give you protein. Like beans. Beans have protein in them. So if you're just eating a bunch of vegetables, if you're only eating vegetables, you may want to think about what vegetables you are eating in order to get protein to build muscle growth. You're right. The reason I wasn't building muscle before must have been that I only ate vegetables. Yeah, like I was saying. So my nutrition was out of balance. Starting today, I'll ask Junior Yinhu to cook me more meat. Say some meat for me too. Zheng Lin. Pulse healing, evil spirit protection. I've been investigating reports of supernatural activity at that ice factory on the city outskirts, but haven't found any solid leads yet. Plus, I've been getting these chills, followed by a fever, stuffy nose, scratchy throat, and then dizziness and extreme fatigue. Holy, that's a lot of symptoms. I must be under some kind of curse from a spirit. The temperature at the ice factory. The evil spirits are tough. We need to get Shifu involved. Sounds like you just have a cold, because you've been around a cold area for a while. Huh, now you mention it, these symptoms do sound like a cold. Sorry, I was jumping to conclusions. Remember to get some rest. Oh, it's Vivian again. Oh wait, no, we've already done this. Take a vacation. Alright, and then Dayu. Old man next door can sit there fishing from dawn to dusk, so why do I get backache from sitting too long? The fish in Waifei Peninsula are incredibly strong. It'd be a waste to not fish longer. Though, if I could catch an 8-kilogram tuna every day like today, I wouldn't mind not being able to sit for that long. Long stretches of sitting followed by sudden strain are bad for your health. Let the big fish go and save your energy, or just get up and walk around more. I'm gonna say this one. Now you mention it, you're right. That old guy next door is always walking around with his fishing rod. Though he didn't catch any fish today, unlike me with my 8-kilogram bluefin tuna. So you just came here to show off. Call it a day. And that's all 5 stages. Get some rest. Days passed in the blink of an eye and go to meet up with Vivian. Oh, hey, what about that? She has a new swimsuit. Fancy that.
Everyone's been talking about your heroic deeds in Lifebay Peninsula, Lord Phaethon. I heard about it too. Only you could take on a situation that dangerous and make it look easy. That's my Lord Phaethon. But please be careful out there. I really worry about you. I know I can't always be by your side, but I'm doing my best, even if you can't see it.
Vivian.
Just like you said, Lord Phaethon, walking on the soft sand and feeling the sea breeze really does make all the worries go away. Being by your side makes me feel like I'm the luckiest person in all of New Eridu.
Start running around in circles.
I feel lucky too, Vivian. Lucky I got to meet you.
You really mean that, Lord Phaethon? Then, next time, you'll text me back the second you see my messages, right?
Different. Just head back here real quick, just to make sure that everything's been completed. Pretty sure it has, but just want to be sure. Yep. Alright, looks like we're good. Chronicle counseling done. Alright, so like we said, I think the next time that we do stream, we'll do When Dreams Remain Unfinished. We should be able to, as long as we have enough time, I think we should be able to power through this. Probably will be pretty long, but we'll just have to make sure we set aside some, or at least wake up a little bit earlier and actually get through it. And then the art expedition, that's usually, or exhibition, that's usually just us turning in after we've already done stuff that consumes energy, so we should be fine. We're still trying to get some polychrons because I do want to pull. I do want to grab Yudhari. For an ice rupture agent. But so far it seems like quite a few enemies are, or at least some of the fights are asking for rupture agents. Not that they're necessary, but I would at least like to have them. But yeah, still 9 more days remaining on her banner. Alright. That's gonna be it for right now. We went over quite a bit of stuff, so we'll play again next weekend and hopefully finish out some of the things that are still remaining in this 2.3 update. Finish some farming, and once we're done with that, get ourselves a little bit ready for the 2.4 update. Alright, I've been Lex. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I'll likely be on tomorrow morning for some Final Fantasy Tactics, because we haven't played that in over a week now, so want to get that through. All right, I'll catch you guys later.